Well, hello, fellow addicts. Welcome back to Addicts Live, your internet escape from the craziness in the world. I'm Alissa, your resident head addict, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host to the north, but the American North, Super Safi.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great weekend.
Yes, after a few weeks off, the Addicts Crew is back once again to bring you Simpsons news and Saturday smiles. And as always, before we get into this week's show, it is time for your regular reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So hit that red button so you don't miss any of the addicts. And as always, for those not watching this live, I will put it live on YouTube, I should say. I will put a link to the subscribe button in the show notes below us. Let's get on with the show, shall we, Saf?
Let's do it.
It is
Well,
update time in TSTO. Hell on wheels. I feel like making some car noises here. Like if I had skills, I'd be like vroom vroom vroom. Steph, unfortunately, you were not able to join me for the spoiler video. So for the first time in a really long time, we have no idea what you think about this event. So we're 2 acts into this. Act 3 is going to start tomorrow, which is Sunday, May 1st. I can't believe it's already May. It's going to be May. Uh, so what are your thoughts so far overall on the first 2 acts of this event?
yeah, I mean, like you said in the spoiler video, I mean, we got hit with the packet pretty last minute, and then all of a sudden, hey, you guys can post about it. And I think that was the day I was at the Jays home opener.
You were on an airplane when it hit.
Yeah, I was on an airplane when it hit on my way back from Los Angeles to Toronto to go watch the Blue Jays season opener during my layover in Toronto before catching my flight back home to Ottawa. So, yeah, it was pure dedication. Go Jays! They won a great game. So, anyways, I think it was fitting that they won such a great game because I feel like the preview shows that it is a great event too. And yeah, I was pretty excited to get the packet and see all the content that was coming out with it. Um, I do wish like a lot of the cars could be more mobile on the road or have a little bit more interaction in that regard. But overall, I like the theme of the event. It's a little bit new, nice little fresh take. I mean, instead of us complaining about an event where we get like 3 cars on a prize track, when the event's not about cars, this one's actually about cars. So I really can't complain when there's 3 cars on a prize track this time.
It's true.
And they do look cool, so I like that. I do generally like the prize tracks. Second act, we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but like any multi-event act, there's some acts are stronger than others. In Tint Act 2.
Well, I mean, and we'll talk about this too, but I actually think the way that this is set up is good, to be honest. But yeah, it was kind of funny. The packet hit. I think I shot you a text message and you were on a plane. And like 10 minutes later, it was like, okay, you can post about it. And I was like, I didn't even read this yet. So that was fun. But yeah, that was a fun, interesting day. Especially I had just gotten over being incredibly sick with some kind of flu. So I was like, that was like my first day back at work, and I was just like, but we got it done. We knocked it
Yeah,
out.
no, you as always, you handled the fort and you took care of things. So yeah, no, it was good. I mean, it's had a lot of little nice little fun twist along the way. I mean, it's not just this Hell on Wheels. We got the little premium token, or not premium token, but the new token.
The
We
Shattered
also have
Dreams,
the
yeah.
season Shattered Dreams token. We also have the season 33 fourth prize came out. So there's been a lot going on in the game.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
it's a busy April. A busy April. Although
yes.
Shattered Dreams has not started yet, so everyone who is watching this saying, "Well, I don't have that," hasn't started. It won't start. Don't worry about it until Act 4, and then we will talk about it some more. But if you can't, if you're freaked out about it, go check the site. I wrote a post about this like 2 weeks ago at this point, so you'll have some information about it. But
And if you guys were dreaming that we would tell you more about it, we're sorry to shatter your dreams.
but it's kind of funny when I saw this event that it was Hell on Wheels way back when Addicts first started. way back in the time machine of 2013, we used to beg EA in posts for more cars. Like every post Wookie wrote was like, "I want more cars. I want more cars.
Oh,
Why don't we
God.
have more cars? We need."
What
And
a
this is
Wookiee
back.
wants was just cars.
Yeah, we had like 2 cars in the game. We had Chalmers' car and I think like Otto's bus, and that was about it. We really had like no vehicles in this game whatsoever. And finally, after 9 years of begging, we finally got some cars in this game. The first text I did once I saw this event, and we were able to share before I was able to really post anything, was I shot Wookie a text and I said, "Hey, we have cars in TSTO." He was very excited. So it was kind of neat to see this. It was like a throwback to the early days of Addicts, so that was fun. But let's talk about this event.
Yeah.
So we are, like I said earlier, Act 3 starts tomorrow, which is May 1st. It's going to be May. I'm going to keep making that joke. And so we had Act 1 already, and then Act 2. Let's kick things off with Act 1. So Act 1, prize track wise, I actually think this was a pretty strong out of the gate prize track for an event. We like to talk about how we like to see the ideal of a prize track trajectory for an event is to kind of go like this, and then even if you plateau a little bit, you don't want to drop off.
Right.
And I definitely think Act 1 really started out pretty strong with this. So the Act 1 prize track, we had Gaso Station, Billy, which was a full character,
Old character.
Renter Prize, Dentacar. So we had 2 buildings on this prize track. And then we had the Road Monster XXXL 550, which was a decoration, and the Auto Yard, also a decoration. So 2 buildings, 2 decorations, and a full character who I think he's voiced. I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
Yeah, Billy's voiced.
Yes.
So thoughts overall on the Act 1 prize track?
Super strong. Definitely was excited with this. You get a full character, 2 buildings, 2 decorations, no retreads, no tokens, a waste character. The building sizes are pretty good too, and they're really cohesive. All the prizes, they make sense with Hell on Wheels. There's nothing like, where are they connecting these two from going on in Act 1? So I was really happy with it. With Gasso, the Renterprise Dentacar is just hilarious. I tend to rent a lot of cars because, with all my travel. So yeah, every time I walk by an Enterprise, I now think of Renterprise Dentacar. So yeah.
I had the same thought process. But yeah, I mean, I this was a good prize track. I mean, 2 buildings on here, and they are big buildings, I will say that. But Gaso Station is really nice because it's just nice to have another gas station in Springfield. We have one, but this is a nice additional one. We also have some gas pumps you can do, so you can really expand out your gas station. So the gas station, you had the Renterprise building. So those are 2 really nice buildings to get. Road Monster XXXL 550 finally have a pickup truck in TSTO that's not like a beat up, falling apart pickup truck. Of course, I, like everyone else, wish we could put cars on roads easily. There is a hack, quote unquote, to do that. It's not really a hack. It's just a workaround to make that work. And I wrote a post about that. I'll link that in the show notes. But, I think this is a pretty solid prize track. I mean, the Auto Yard to me was kind of a throwaway. I don't know what the Auto Yard and the Food Truck Graveyard from Act 2, both of those I think may end up just staying in my inventory. I don't really see a place for them in my Springfield at the moment, but that could change. And Billy was a great character. It was a lot of fun. He's got some really funny tasks. He's voiced. You can't complain about that. You can never complain about a free character on a prize track. It's prize 2 as well. So even if you don't get to finish Act 1, if you're a new player, you're still going to get this character. It's pretty easy to get. And he's voiced. I mean, it's awesome.
I completely agree.
So let's talk. The Act 1 premium was Cliff, and I want to make sure I have the name of this correctly so I don't say it improperly. Cliff's Car Chalet. Thoughts on the premium combo? Did you buy it?
I did. I mean, I did like that combo. It's not my favorite combo, But still, it fits with the whole theme. It's not like where did this come or is it coming out of left field, like some of the previous combinations or premium we've had in past events. Um, the quest line was pretty fun, but again, not my favorite one. When we talk about Act Two, I feel like I was a bigger fan of that one. But yeah, overall, just going with this premium character in combo. It's an okay character in combo, and um, I went ahead and got it. And if you're not donut strapped, then definitely recommend getting it. If you only have enough donuts to purchase one, personally, think there's a better option coming up not too soon thereafter.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, this is the reason why I really don't do. I do should I buy posts, but I don't do should I buy posts. I don't really give you guys advice because donuts are so easy to come by now that like everyone has them. They're
Mhm.
pretty easy. I just break characters down. Um, Cliff's pretty funny. He's got some funny tasks, some funny visuals. He reminds me of, and as he's supposed to, reminds me of every sleazy used car salesman you've ever come across in your life. So that's fun. And he's voiced, so that's also fun. Um, but yeah, I mean, 150 donut standard combo price. If you have the donuts, just pick them up. That's what I did. But I do agree, he's not my number one pick with this event, but he's still fun.
Mhm.
So yeah, I grabbed him as well. All right, let's jump to Act Two. So Act Two prize track. We had first prize was the food truck graveyard. Second prize was Krusty's sports car. Third prize was the valet booth. Fourth prize was the Springfield Auto Show. And the fifth and final prize was a fancy Duffman, which was an outfit for Duffman, which I will say, and I've said this before, you guys know how much I love Duffman. I appreciate this outfit. Uh, that's me. I love Duffman. And I think Safi kind of already alluded to this, where it kind of does this. I will say at the top, thank God this isn't Act 4 because we've seen Act 4 prize tracks look like this before. But Saf, go ahead, give your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's not a bad prize track. We've had much worse prize tracks than this. It's again cohesive with the event. It makes sense um, with the storyline and the Hell on Wheels theme. Overall, for me, though, it wasn't as good as Act One. Act One really started on a high note. We're getting a skin for a character that doesn't have a lot of skin, so I did appreciate that. It wasn't like another skin for Homer or Bart or Mr. Burns. So that was nice.
Or
Getting it
Lisa.
for Duckman. The valet booth decoration for me, I just found it very disproportionate in size to all the other prizes, decorations, and buildings we received earlier in Act One or Two. So that I had potential to be a little bit better, but it was somewhat underwhelming in that regards as well. So overall, yeah, definitely not as strong as Act Two, but excuse me, as Act One, but not a bad prize track. Um, just in the sense that everything was kind of cohesive and made sense and kind of fit with the storyline. So yeah, it was kind of meh for me. How about you? What'd you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was. I mean, I'm going to preface this in a sense of we have had so many events in this game. We've seen so many things. I'm okay with this being an Act 2 prize track. I really am. I don't want this to be an Act 1 prize track because then you don't get people just continuing to play. And I don't want to see this as an Act 4 prize track because what's the purpose of playing Act 4? I look at this like, okay, we had really great prizes in Act 1. Act 2, it's like, okay, it's going to get better. And it will get better. Um, so I'm okay with this being an Act 2 prize track. I would have even been okay if this was Act 3 because it's not terrible. The valet booth,
Yeah.
I agree, is kind of like it's disproportionate, but it's also just like a lame price. So
Actually, I wouldn't have minded if it was a little bit bigger. I feel like you really have to zoom in to see that it's even a valet stand. It's like written so minuscule. It was almost like the love tester, where it's like
yeah,
you have to go to our post, the post that you wrote, to actually see what's on the love tester. So yeah.
I mean, I look at it like it's the hot dog cooker bot of this event, but thankfully it's not the last prize.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's there. It may end up out. I mean, I can see a use for this in front of some of the fancier
definitely.
restaurants in
Gilded
Springfield.
truffle somewhere,
Yeah, like
absolutely.
the Gilded Truffle or something like that. Or anything, at the Springfield Glen, any of those areas. I can see this really, really being there. But otherwise, it's kind of a letdown. I mean, let's be honest. This prize track, you have 4 decorations or 3 decorations and a
Three.
building. And the Springfield Auto Show building really looks like every generic convention center building we've gotten in Springfield. So it's really nothing special to it. There is a task there for Wiggum. It's a 16-hour task, though, which is a little crazy to me. I'm not a huge fan of 16-hour tasks. But, it looks like every other convention center we have in Springfield. So I get it. This is not like, oh, this is a great prize track. We've had worse. We've had better. This is not, but I'm okay with it being Act 2. And I agree with you as far as Fancy Duffman is concerned. Duffman is not a character that has a lot of costumes. He's got Lady Duff. Sorry to spoil that for people who didn't think that Duffman was also Lady Duff. And he's got Mexican Duffman. Again, sorry to spoil that for people. But Fancy Duffman is pretty funny, and his tasks are really funny. And the bonus thing with him is almost all of his tasks are outside because just like Duffman, where he's partying outside of a building, he does that as Fancy Duffman as well. So you still get to see Duffman. That's one of the reasons I love Duffman, because he's always visible in Springfield. So I like that a lot. So yeah, but like I said, this prize track, you had Act 1, starting to go up. This, I would need, it goes downhill, but I can't really say it drops off a cliff because I know it's going to get better again. I think it just flatlines a little bit. So I think it's just like a little plateau in the climb up the event mountain. So we've got a little bit of an incline plateau, and then Act 3 is definitely going to be better. And Act 4 is going to be good as well. And I actually think Act 4 is going to be one of the better Act 4s we've seen in TSTO, in a TSTO event in quite a while. But yeah, anything else you want to say about the prize track for Act 2?
Not but the Freedom prize track, no.
Oh, and Krusty Sports Car, actually, that was a really good prize on this one. I was okay with that one. It's always nice to have another convertible in Springfield. Something for Homer to drool over. So the premium combo for Act 2 was Crazy Vaclav, which I'm sure I butchered that name more times than I need to have, and Crazy Vaclav's Place of Automobiles. Safi, I think I know the answer to this, but did you buy it?
I did, and then definitely for those I was just alluding to earlier, like if you only have enough donuts to get one, you got to go with Vaclav. I mean, I love the whole quest line, the dialogue. The building looks nice too, and it involves a lot of other characters that usually go forgotten. James Bond is involved. Rex Banner is involved. Who else? Like the samurais?
Oh man, no! I
Yes.
just
the sumo wrestler, I believe.
the
Russian wrestler as well.
Rasputin.
Yeah. Like it involves a lot of characters that have gone like unnoticed for a few years.
And Zoltroy.
Oh, Zoltroy as well. Yes. Good old Zoltroy. Too bad Marge took his job at the nuclear power plant. But yeah, it's definitely a quest line that I've enjoyed. His not just the other characters that are involved. The dialogue is really good with this one. The building looks nice. So yeah, definitely, it kind of made up for the little lull that Act 2 had. So overall, that's why I guess maybe Act 2 didn't feel as bad either, just because Vaclav, as crazy as he is, he made it awesome.
Well, and we still had really solid dialogue with the act as well. It was still really good. It was on point as always. So I don't think Act 2 is as, in the scheme of things, I don't think Act 2 will be as big of a disappointment.
No.
When we look back on this, as some may feel right now. But I agree about Vaclav. I grabbed him too. And I can personally attest to Wookie was excited about him as well, because he texted me about him and was very excited to get him. So and he is voiced, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a fun pickup, and like you said, the quest line really involves some characters we haven't really seen play a role in TSTO in quite a while. Anytime Rex Banner is involved, it's always fun. So that's good. When you have Rex Banner and Agent Bont, it's like, okay, this will be interesting. This will be an interesting twist. So, but yeah, if you haven't gathered, I grabbed him as well, which I put in the Should I Buy post anyway. But yeah, same with Cliff. 150 donuts. Donuts are pretty easy to come by now, thanks to Bonuts. But it's pretty easy to get donuts in TSTO if you've been playing for a while. I know newer players, it's a lot harder. But so if you have the expendable donut, the expendable bakery item currency, it's not a bad. It's a good pickup. And I think, Saf, would you agree this is the one you have? This is the one if you only have 150 donuts.
Yeah, if you're donut strapped, I definitely recommend getting this one. It'll help you in Act 2 as well as the subsequent 2 acts. And yeah, just everything that we both mentioned previously. For all those reasons and more, it's definitely the best premium combo in this event, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And looking ahead to Act 3 and Act 4, I will put a link in the corner here to the spoiler video. So if you guys want to know what's coming ahead for the next 2 acts, the info will be in that video. But looking ahead, you're going to need the same core characters to start Act 3. So you've got the Fab Four: Homer, Marge, Bart, and Lisa. You have I don't remember who's in this one. Lenny, Carl. Who else? Safi, help me out here.
Oh my God. Mr. Burns. It's Lenny, Carl. Was it Wiggum? And
nope. Lenny, Carl, Cletus. I was going to say Cletus, but I was like, no, it can't be Cletus. Lenny, Carl, Cletus, and Krusty. So Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, Lenny, Carl, Cletus, Krusty. And then your premium characters, Cliff and Baclav, and then there will be a new premium character introduced for Act 3. This one will be another 150 donut combo. But I will say this is a Sherry and Terry situation, so you've got a double character. It's not 2 characters, it's 2 people that act as one. So similar to Sherry and Terry, similar to the announcers for Robot Rumble, whose names I can't remember at the moment. But it's two that act as one. And Gil is also coming back for Act 3. So we will see Gil, but Gil will have not your traditional Gil deal. First of all, his deal is only 150 donuts, so that's cheap for Gil. And second of all, he is offering up cars. Shocking, I know, in a cars event. Gil is peddling cars. So that'll be fun, and we'll break both of those down once they hit. But so yeah, and then the Act 3 prize track. I mean, Saf, looking ahead to Act 3 and even Act 4, do you have any, without spoiling anything, do you have any things you're excited about? Like, do you feel better about Act 3 and Act 4?
Absolutely. I mean, like we said at the beginning, at the top of the episode, this looks like a really solid event, and definitely looking forward to how it progresses. So yeah, if you've enjoyed Act 1 and Act 2, just strap on your seatbelt because the ride's just going to get better.
It's true. Act 3 and Act 4 look like they're going to be great. And then we have the Shattered Dreams mystery box to look forward to once we complete Act 4. And again, we will talk about that once that actually hits. So don't worry about it for now. And yeah, I think, Saf, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's all I got for Colony Wheels.
All right, so that's going to do it from us. This is a quick wrap up of Act 1 and Act 2. And we will be back towards the end of the event to talk about Acts 3, Acts 4, and kind of overall rate it as we always do. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Look for Act 3 to start tomorrow, May 1st at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I apologize for everyone who gets mad at me for not converting that, but I am a stubborn American who just goes by the time zone that I'm used to. So 11 a.m. Eastern Standard U.S. time, actually Eastern Daylight U.S. time, is when Act 3 will start on May 1st, which is Sunday. So again, until then, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we will see you guys on the next show.